All right, welcome back to another episode of the Barely Made podcast. My name is Nick, joined here with my co-host Rocky D'Antonio. A few weeks off.
A few weeks off.
I'm saying this right now. I'm going to get better with scheduling, and I'll say this. Shout out to Bob and Joe and them, the Brilliantly Dumb Pod. I was listening to one of their episodes recently, and they were just talking about how in the podcast game, consistency is like the hardest thing to do, but it's so crucial. And yeah, it was convicting. I was like, dang it, dude.
I read a stat that says percent of podcasts don't make it to the 27th episode.
So let's just make it a point to get to 28, and then we'll just can this whole thing. Yeah.
But hey, our schedules have been crazy. Golf Fathers has been picking up for me.
I know, dog. You're balling.
Bev Boys has been on a rocket ship, so it's like it's been a crazy couple weeks, but we're back. We're here.
We're back,
and we're gonna get back on it for you guys.
We have a special guest tonight. Not necessarily a big name, not necessarily a creator or an influencer, but somebody very near and dear to the program.
Absolutely.
Some would call him golf's best sidekick, hype man, rap, shotgun passenger.
I would call him
the homie Jaquay is going to be joining us. I wanted to have him on specifically because U.S. Open starts tomorrow, and there has been a little bit of stir up in our group chat with the boys after he played Oakmont on the sim at his job. He works at 5-Iron and sends me a video, and it says Jaquay, and then it says 73 next to it. I'll say this. I love Jay to death. I'd say he's probably like a 30 to 35 handicap. He normally, I would say 85% of the time that he plays golf, he only plays at 5-Iron indoors. And so I think that if you took him out to a real course, he's probably like a 30 to 35. So he sent me that. Apparently he shot a 73, but that was with strokes, I believe. Not from the tips, but from the tee boxes just in front of the tips. As one might assume, this did not go well for him in the group chat. We were cooking him. He
deserved it.
Preheated the oven, and we slow broil roasted this man.
He deserved every square inch of it.
And so we're going to bring him on. We're going to let him defend himself. And we're also going to let the internet decide what they think he would actually shoot at Oakmont given U.S. Open conditions. I have a number in my head that I think he would shoot. And so we'll talk to him about that.
You're going to show the people a couple swings of his so they have an idea.
Yeah, I'll show them a few clips because the internet loves watching somebody swing and then giving their opinion on what they think that person's handicap is. And so it's going to be great for engagement, if nothing else. But with all that to say, without further ado, let's get the man in here, the man of the hour, Jaquay. Jaquay.
What's up, gang?
So this is a special episode where I brought you on specifically because of the weekend that we have ahead. The U.S. Open is this weekend. Rock, I kind of filled you in before we started filming. So Jay works at 5-Iron.
Okay, great spot.
And great spot. Jay, the other day, out of nowhere, no context, nothing, sends me a video of a simulator screen, and it says Jay, and then it says like 78 or something like that, and I'm like
73.
And I'm like, where's this at? And then I see Oakmont in the top, and I'm just like, there's just no shot.
Listen.
So I'll say this, and here I'm gonna send the recent video that I have.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna send it in a group with the two of us. Rock, I want you to watch this video, and I want you to tell me with him right here, in your honest opinion, what is this swing shooting at Oakmont? That's all I want to ask you.
I have the video.
We're sending swings now?
Yeah, he's exploiting you right now.
Swings?
Rock, I just want you to watch it, and I just want your honest opinion. Just tell me, what is this swing shooting at Oakmont?
There's context to my 73 at Oakmont.
Okay. And let me just say this. He was like, oh, we weren't playing the tips. We were playing the one tee box up.
Yeah, one tee box up.
Now we're talking.
Okay, but we're not talking ladies tees, which even still at Oakmont.
It's still like 6,900. Can I
Okay, so am I commenting on his round right
Yeah.
now? Or
Hold
am
on.
I
Yeah.
commenting or do you want me to comment on what I think he would actually shoot at the golf course?
Did you watch the video?
I did watch the video.
That was a bad
Okay.
swing. That was a bad swing.
Okay, hold
That's a
on.
bad
And
swing.
then this is the video that he sent me with zero context. When I clip this, I'm going to show the video just so that the people can see as well.
Absolutely.
God,
So this is the video of him, Jay Calvin.
like I can't lie to you, Rock. It's there.
I don't think it's a lie, but here's my question to you guys: is do you want me to comment on what I think Jay would shoot at actual Oakmont, or do you want me to comment on his round on the simulator? Because I feel like those are two different.
Let's get both. Start with one, and then we'll go to the other.
Okay, I'm going to start with what I do think Jay would shoot at the actual course would be around 170.
Are we talking tips, or are we talking the tee box in front of the tips?
We got to talk. I mean, let's just do wherever he was, regardless wherever he was playing from the simulator round. I think it would be close to. It would be in between 150 and 170 if we played golf rules. Play it as it lies. You're taking
putting everything out.
Box. You're taking 3 off the tee box if you go B off the tee, putting everything out. It's going to be somewhere in between 150 to 170. Now,
really bad.
Now, do you disagree with that, or is that too much? Is that too high?
I want you to finish, and then I'll go, and then we'll let Jay plead his case.
To comment on the simulator round, I mean, half the reason why Oakmont is why it is as hard as it is because you're hitting out of the rough and you're putting on the fast greens. On a simulator, you're never hitting out of rough and you're never putting. So it's like, it's not, I wouldn't say you shot 73 at Oakmont if I was you, Jay. That's all I would say.
I will let you get it all out and then I will get the context.
I'm gonna state my case, but I just have to open by saying the audacity, the downright audacity of this man to send a video of his name with a 73 next to it. I don't care if he's playing a par 3 course, much less Oakmont Country Club. I'll say this. You know how many YouTube golfers just got done playing that place?
I've watched it. It's been brutal.
You didn't see, like, typically they go play a course and they're like clipping out the wazoo. They're posting great shots here, great shots there. You didn't see that this time. It was crickets. You saw a couple reels. I mean, if anything, you saw them clipping the bad shots and kind of leaning into the bad golf dynamic.
12 over through 9.
So the sim said that you're a 14 handicap, correct?
14.3, yep.
Okay, a 14 handicap. Par at Oakmont is 70. Okay, so a 14. So you're telling me that you shot at 87?
You have it. I'm not telling you. The proof is in the video and pictures I sent you. It's a tournament.
Okay.
I can't lie.
Okay. Glad you said that because I pulled up the scores right here of some of the YouTube golfers who went out and played Oakmont. Garrett Clark, 80. Josh Kelly, 80. Grant Horvat, 81. Matt Scharf, 91. Fat Perez, Bob, and Cold Cuts all played from the same tees that you played from.
Okay.
Perez shot an 80. Bob shot a 91. Cold Cuts shot a 99. Let me ask you this, because I want to start with Grant. Are you telling me that in a match with Grant at Oakmont, Grant would only have to give you 6 strokes?
On sim?
Yes. Okay, yeah. Sure.
Okay, whatever, because I guess it doesn't really matter. Yes, with my handicap, with the strokes, I think I would wipe him because I play inside every day. Like, for my job, I play inside. Okay, guys.
Time out. Clip that. Rock.
Can we please
with my strokes, I think I would. I think it'd be a bloodbath. I'm just like.
Can we show the people his swing real quick?
Okay, why?
Yeah, put the swing in.
Put the swing that comes out. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so wait, are you? I also heard I can't believe you said that either. But I also
He
heard
just said that
something
he would
else
wipe.
that he threw in there,
Mhm.
that playing on the sim and playing Oakmont, the real Oakmont, is basically the same thing.
What? No, he didn't. No.
I heard that. Let's clarify, because I did hear that.
Time out. Hold on. Have the floor here. There's absolutely no way.
I'm gonna back my company. TrackMan is very accurate. All right, so it's got the 16% difficulty. We do putt. Okay, I'll admit. I think it's like 6 foot gimmies, but I'm draining putts anyway. The rough. It tells you what percentage you got to shoot off of. So it's like 60% power. So I'm swinging that thing in the rough like it's really there. I think, all right, like,
But it's not there, right? It's
yeah,
not there, right?
100% it's not there.
Okay,
But
you're hitting off a perfectly good mat. That's there, not the rough. It's the mat.
So
For
you're telling me that at actual Oakmont, you feel confident about putting up an 87 from the Blues?
can I get all my strokes?
Yeah, so it'd be the same score.
Yes, but like a straight up 87 to shoot a net 73. You feel
But
confident with that?
that's the beauty about golf, though, right? We can level the playing field. We can. You're better than me. I'm better than you. Give me the strokes. Let's go. But again, that was my best day. So if we're putting my best day with all my strokes, that's the beauty about sports, right? Why are we laughing? That's the beauty about sports.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. Anything.
So you're telling me
Bob said
that
in '91. I might smack Bob inside though. No cap, or maybe outside too.
So just to clarify everything,
Yeah.
Jay went to 5-iron and shot a legit 87 for a net 73 with his strokes.
This guy
Mind
said
you.
Oakmont. This guy said Oakmont is Oakmont.
Yes. So
Mind you.
Okay, go ahead.
You have to play a full 18 to get that handicap. No mulligans, playing through. So I think it's pretty accurate.
Okay, that's fair. Now let me ask you this, just to clarify everything for everybody that's listening and watching this atrocity of a podcast right now. You shot an 87 on the TrackMan at 5-iron, and you're saying that since you did that, you could translate that to the real course and be anywhere within 87 to 90, since Oakmont is Oakmont and it's the same thing.
Well, we're going to transfer my strokes. We're going to give me a little bit more strokes outside, right?
But if Oakmont's Oakmont, you shouldn't need anything else than what you got
Right?
inside.
Yeah. See how he switches up? See how he switches up?
TrackMan is very accurate.
Okay, but let's give him a 90. Okay, let's give him 17. We'll give you an extra 3 strokes since it's pretty similar, but we could both agree that it's a
wind
little
outside,
bit little bit of wind. Okay, we'll give you a 90. So you think you could go?
Factors that in too.
So you think you could go to Oakmont, shoot a 90, give Grant 8 strokes and beat him? Because he shot 80, he shot 81. So if you shot a 90 or you have to give him 9 strokes.
You know when you start breaking stuff down and it like sounds weird, it sounds bad. From rip in my head, I'm like, yeah, like he gives me those strokes, I'm straight. I'm actually not about to back down now. Like, give me all the strokes. I need a couple more. Grant's tough. Give me a couple
Jay,
more.
I love you to death. I truly think Grant could give you 75 strokes at Oakmont.
75 is like
75, and I still think he wins easily.
Spit my water out.
On that 18-hole course.
75 strokes. I genuinely think
Oh my 75 strokes, guys.
Bro,
come on now.
I need to find that old Kanye tweet where it's like our brother is lost and confused.
That's like me. That's like us playing to 11 and me starting at 10.
Bro,
I'd probably beat you.
Oh my god, Lord Jesus.
Bro, Cold Cuts shot a 99. You mean to tell me 12 strokes better?
Yeah, you'd have to give Joe strokes.
Would you feel confident? Would you feel confident giving Cold Cuts 12 strokes?
Hell no.
So that's why we're trying to explain to you the simulator and the golf course.
Jay's like, nah, man, I probably have to give him like 30.
I gotta get off the tee. Listen, I can get off the tee inside. There are 2 different games, but I think TrackMan's pretty accurate. That's how I sell memberships. That's how I sell memberships. TrackMan is very accurate.
I don't disagree that it's accurate, but you're taking out the most important difficulty aspects of the course when you're consistently hitting off the same lie for every shot.
This is true. Maybe I'm underestimating.
If the Grant argument wasn't enough, let me put it to you this way: you say you shot at 87.
I don't say, Nick. I said it to you.
Okay. You shot at 87. Rory McIlroy just shot an 81 in a practice round and birdied the last 2 holes. So you're telling me Rory McIlroy, pro golfer, number 2 in the world, just won the Masters, only has to give you 6 strokes, is what you're telling me.
Oh my God. This is my favorite golfer in the world.
That's what you're saying.
This is my favorite golfer in the world. His driver's
Rory's your favorite?
His driver's everywhere right now. You can't get off the tee. The guy, listen, Rory, what, 6 over in the back 9 at the freaking, I'm not saying he needs to give me strokes. Obviously, Rory would wipe me. But
I mean,
inside,
bro, you were only like 16 over for the whole day. So I mean, you're chilling.
That was my best round. Inside though, Rory can't touch me. All right, let me stop.
Bro,
I gotta go. I gotta go. I feel like I'm Scotty inside though.
How many of those shots inside like do you hit that don't register?
All right, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen.
Okay,
all right. Maybe a putt or 2, but you can't mully. Like, why can't we accept a really good day? Like that was
you
a
can
really
mully.
good round. Not in like those tournaments. Like we're playing for tickets. We're playing for cash. Like anybody who comes in there, like you could probably go to 5 Iron, look up Logan Square, Oakmont, and try to play it and not be my 73. But whatever.
Jay, I feel like I need to come to 5 Iron next time you're working, and we need to play it.
Okay. And do you have a handicap on 5 on TrackMan?
I need you to live stream it too.
Yeah.
All right. What's your handicap? Because I can't give you strokes. You got to go 0. You got.
I think I'm like an 11. I'm not a scratch golfer.
No. You got to go straight up. I think.
Why do I have to go straight up? That's not how it works. I
think I can beat you if we go straight up, though.
Well, it could work like that, but then if you're a 14, then you got to play at a 3.
No.
If you're an 11, so if Nick's an 11 handicap and he's playing at scratch, you got to subtract 11 strokes from your handicap.
But that's what makes it fair. That's the beauty.
Okay, here's what we'll do.
I'm really not a 14 outside, and you're really not an 11. Or you might be accurate, aren't you? Look at that.
No, I'm actually like a 9 right now.
Yeah,
I don't think Nick's an 11. That's a lie.
Here's what we'll do. I will come to 5 Iron next time you work, and we will play 1v1 Oakmont. You get 14, I get 0 strokes. We play straight up. Whoever loses has to walk 18 holes caddying for the other person.
Great. I hate them. Honestly,
that's a great deal.
And we're using my Strixon staff bag.
Oh, freaking travel bag for 3 weeks. That thing is huge.
The big one. Yeah. Yeah.
I think I can keep up. I think I can get that.
I'll buy a caddy outfit too.
Yo, clip this. My home course where my people.
Your home course, bro.
I'm gonna get my boys.
Your home course. Yeah. You work in a building with turf. It's not the same, bro. That's the equivalent of me bowling like a 290 on Wii Bowling. And then going up to like Malosi and being like, bro, I'll give you the work on the lane.
We say Wii Bowling and TrackMan. TrackMan, a $35,000 freaking court thing. Wii Bowling? Come on now. I gotta play well. I haven't been playing well. I gotta play well.
All right, we're gonna clip it. The bet is in. Next time you work, we're gonna play.
Yo, you'll never live
You're gonna get your steps in. You're gonna get your steps in.
It's more than a caddy. You'll never live it down if I beat you.
Is there a way that if I go to 5 Iron, I could play 2 while you guys are playing?
Yeah, so.
You're not in on the bet though. You can play. You're not in on the bet.
I want to just play just so I can see it.
Can see where we're at. I think I can set that up.
I play 5 Iron even par every time.
Because
all you gotta do is hit the ball and it goes to the green, and then you just if you're in the circle, you're fine.
Not true. You got to factor everything in. Do you put on yours? Do you?
I do, but even that, like, you just got to make it in the circle, and it's a 2-putt, which is very, very not true, especially at Oakmont. Even those 2-3 footers, as you could tell when this tournament starts, they're not just gimmies. And
honestly, Rock, You play at 5 iron. You know the deal. You
I've
don't
been in the
think I
league.
could have a good day and shot at 87?
That's not what I'm
No.
arguing. That's not what I'm arguing. Even though,
No.
listen, I don't know.
Not
I've
on the
played golf
sim,
with
not in
you.
real life.
I've played golf with
Jay,
you
you
one
shot
weekend
a
a long time.
110 at the Township Par 3.
I know, but this is different. I'm playing with Callaway Apexes, smoked, all that. Like I'm playing with the best clubs under the best conditions
I don't
every
care if you're
day.
playing with the Callaway Heaven Sense,
Oh
This
the
my
Holy
God.
Spirit, irons, the Shield of
watch.
God driver.
Watch. You will see.
You could be playing with Thor's hammer,
Oh my God.
and I'm still put you down for like a 112.
I'm not
Jay,
shooting 112.
my argument isn't necessarily that you did not shoot 87, because that to me is crazy. It's crazy, but it's possible at 5 iron, right?
Right.
My argument to you is to videotape it and to send it in the group chat like I just shot an 87
with no context.
With no context is a little extreme. And then to top it off, saying that if you brought Grant in there, that you would wipe him is even more extreme.
Is absurd.
So
that
my
is such
argument,
a wild take.
My argument isn't necessarily that you couldn't shoot an 87 net 73, because I've only played golf with you for one weekend when you first picked up clubs. So
I was bad. I was really bad.
I'm not going to judge. I'm not
That's
judging
soft.
your golf game at all. But what I am judging is the fact that you're comparing what he shot to what you shot when you guys are playing inside and outside, and that if he came to you, that you would wipe him.
Maybe the 73 is getting to my head, but
it could be. It could be.
That I was balling. I was balling.
The only thing that you're wiping with Grant is maybe his shoes when he's done with the round.
And also, that was a good one.
Yeah, I mean,
but also, Grant, Josh Kelly, Sonny, anybody can come to 5 iron and get this work. I'm telling you, like I got it. Now I got it.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Josh Kelly's local, so he might pull up.
But here's the thing, too.
Hey, actually, I'm gonna clip this. I'm gonna clip this and tag Josh.
I gotta get in the lab.
Tag them all.
I gotta get in the lab.
Yeah, I don't think you understand. Like Josh ain't just trick shots. Like Josh is like that.
I heard he was playing at Oakmont. So did I.
But Nick, correct me if I'm wrong. Also, if it was me, I would be going around saying I shot an 87 and not a 73.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Like, bro, here, yeah. Like
shooting a 73 and then just telling your boys to be like, no, you did it. No, you did it. I'm showing you I did it. I was the hype. They don't believe me.
Yeah, I know. But Jay, let me just say this. I went out to Running Deer the other day. And now keep in mind, I'm a 9 right now.
Right.
And I shot an 81.
Beautiful.
But I didn't go around telling people that I shot even par. I didn't say, oh, I shot a 72 today. That's not how it works.
Exactly.
Again,
so you shot an 87 at Oakmont.
But strokes, I feel like strokes really do make it even. You know, people that have been playing golf forever. You know, it's fun.
Strokes.
It makes it even.
But if you're going to play like your own round, you don't really consider your handicap to your own score. Like when I went and played in a tournament a couple of weeks ago, I got one stroke throughout the whole tournament, and I shot 78. But I said I shot 78, but I really shot 77.
Why are you playing yourself?
Because it's not what I'm getting a free stroke that I didn't earn.
Here's the thing.
I can argue you did.
You're still somewhat new to golf, and so this is the biggest piece of advice that I can give you is that you should always be your biggest critic when it comes to your golf game, and you should always think that you are worse than you actually are. Like I never go around and like tell people like, "Yo, I'm actually kind of nice."
That's my guy Chris.
Because the game of golf not only humbles you, but like if I go out and play with somebody, like I want people to be like, "Oh, dang, like you're actually not as bad as I thought you were." I never want to go out with people. Like this is why I hate when people ask me my handicap. Like people ask me my handicap now, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm like a 9 or 10, but I feel like I'm playing like an 18." So that I can preface it, because I don't ever want to go out there and if I just have an abysmal day, people are like, "Ain't no way, no way."
True. That's true.
Like,
that's true.
You know what I mean? Like I always want to give people the benefit of the doubt.
I'm
That
not
happens to
telling
me a
y'all
lot.
I'm good. This whole debate started
I mean,
because I
apparently you
had a
are. Apparently
round.
you're just slinging around 87s.
No, I mean inside though. I had a round. I had a round in my life. Sent it to y'all. Y'all didn't believe me. I'm like, yo, like these niggas really don't believe me. I had a day. Like I had a day. I
And
told
now,
you in the group chat. Y'all always gapped and have a day, have a day. And then when your boy has a day, you don't believe him. And now we're fighting over it. It's
because
crazy.
we've golfed with you in person.
Yeah,
That's
but I be
why.
playing every day. I be in the lab every day.
It's just like, it's not that we don't want to be supportive of you. It's just that, like, when we have never witnessed one of those days, it's kind of hard to believe.
I
It's
know,
that
I know, I
it's
know.
that stereotype. It's like the guy who plays by himself and plays lights out, and then when you play with
Who
him,
was
he's like,
with
"Oh
him?
man,
Who was with you there? Was there
My
anybody
boy
there with
Rich
him?
just sent me the
unidentified
video.
accomplices."
Oh,
We don't.
okay, of
My
course.
boy Rich who FaceTime me. I said, bro, send me the
My boy
leaderboard.
Rich
Oh my
and
gosh.
Have you ever met
Derek.
Rich?
I said,
He,
send me the leaderboard. They don't believe me. Send it to me. I was tense because people were going low. Number
Bro,
one's
you work
two
there.
under.
You probably got insider information. You probably can go in there and change scores
well,
and stuff.
yeah. Every time that I'm at the league, all I got to do is call the guy over, and he could get in the computer. He could change everything up.
That
He
is
could
Yeah.
probably
cap, bro.
Hey,
That is
for the right
cap.
price.
the right
Jay's
That is
like,
price.
hey,
cap.
So 20. Yeah.
Jay's like, change my score to 87. I'll let you ride my Tesla.
You're gonna say, listen, you're gonna say, I can't, yo. That's gonna be a good match. If
I
I get
can't
strokes
wait.
every one, that's gonna be a good match.
When
I'm
will
gonna
I
this
just,
shoot.
happen?
Even if I shoot bad, I'm gonna be around
my
90.
meta glasses too. We're gonna wear those.
Oh
How much?
crap, go live.
When does that happen?
Everybody got medical glasses now. I work Saturday, so if you need it, 18 will take an hour. Come in for an hour and get this work.
Bro,
I'm gonna need you to live stream this.
I can't wait. I
I'm
can't
gonna
wait.
consistently shoot 90, 91. Literally, if I'm just playing by myself, random courses.
I don't want you to duck me when it's time for you to caddy because I'm taking
You
advantage of this.
you might not win. I'm dead serious. You're giving me strokes. You're giving me a hella stroke on sim where I play every day. You might not win.
So wait, so you're
gotta
giving
go for
him
match play.
14, and you're playing
No, it's
scratch,
stroke play.
All
It's
right,
stroke
yes,
play.
you better hope for match play because
but
never mind. I just
you're
gotta get my
playing
shit.
him. You're playing him scratch to 14 strokes.
Yes.
He
Which
still thinks
honestly,
I'm as bad as I was. He still thinks I'm as bad as I was.
which is good because on a real course it's even a bigger gap.
Yeah,
So
it'll be bigger.
yeah, I'll take 14.
I just get right with my. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't even use my driver. I use straight 3-wood. Straight 3-wood. Right in the fairway. Bink.
Yeah,
What else?
it's because you can put it on that nice
and
mat.
you have to use your clubs. You can't use 5-iron clubs. You have to use your clubs. You got to use your clubs.
That's not fair.
You got to use your clubs.
That's
You have to
not
use your
fair.
clubs.
No. That's the big difference, though. I can freaking blade. I can't even hit my clubs outside. I'm playing with the Callaways.
Look, here we go.
Bro,
Here we go with the excuses.
that's crazy to say. I got to use my
Give him the
clubs.
Callaway heaven sent.
All right. If you use Callaway, then you only get 12.
That's a good deal. That's a good deal, Jay.
You only get 12.
That's a good deal. That's
okay,
a good.
I'll take that because I'm not using my clubs.
All right.
But that's
Okay.
crazy.
All right, 12.
That's
a
crazy.
good. That was good. That was good on your
A
part.
Little
That was
haggle
smart.
back and forth right
That
there.
was
All
smart
right.
for sure.
Clipping this, locking it in, 12 strokes.
That's crazy. I don't even know how we could change that, but we will.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll see.
You good, Ethan? Oh my gosh. Oh my.
Hey, we're just going to put this into perspective. So you said that the 73 was net after your handicap.
Yes.
So what was the, just tell me this and then tell me this, and then I'm going to go back to my point. What was your actual score before the handicap took the strokes into account?
Since that was a 14.3, it had to be like a 90 and 91.
Okay.
So basically par fours or par fives for me. Par fives or par sixes. I think one hole I got 2 extra strokes. So it was like a par 7. So like my goal was to play, but I still had to play relatively well. And I did. So I can explain that. I can explain all of that. I can explain the stipulation.
That's different. That's a little different.
Which makes it even, though.
Like
Which makes it even.
Okay. 91. You say you shot. Grant
You have the
shot a
video.
94. Grant shot a 94. So what you're telling me is that you shot better at Oakmont than Grant Horvat did. Is what
So
you're telling me.
if me and Grant played with strokes, I would have wiped Grant. It's strokes though. But isn't that the
Hold on.
beauty of golf?
Clip that, Rock, clip that. I can't wait to post this. Oh my
Go-
Lord.
No, guys. Guys, strokes. Strokes. I used to hate strokes.
Time out. So wait, hold on. Let me ask you this:
This is absurd.
strokes would Grant have to give you at Oakmont? Play the clip one more time of his swing.
No.
Clip that and go.
Play the clip. Okay. Now we're back. Okay. How many strokes would Grant have to give you at Oakmont to
You know
make
what?
it fair? Do you?
On a sim.
No. I think we're talking. Okay, on
Damn
a
it,
sim,
I
he's
can't.
gonna wipe the floor with you.
But with my strokes, though.
I know, but on a sim, he's gonna shoot. He's gonna hit. It's gonna be a completely different game. On a sim, he's gonna shoot 67, 60. You know, he's not gonna do what he did because
That's
the real
true.
life.
I can't
I have
believe
a
he
better
said that.
chance on a sim. But I used to hate strokes. Like I want to play straight up, blah blah blah. But now that like I play golf, like it's not fair for me to play straight up. So with the strokes, it actually makes it pretty fair.
So how many strokes
How
would it make?
So
How many strokes
I
would
would
you
need
get?
I would need on a sim I would have to be like a 25 handicap. So I would have like 2 strokes a hole or something like that. Par fours or par sixes, and I could listen. That would be a
You get
match.
him.
I could Nick. I could probably be 2 if I was a 20 handicap on sim.
absolutely not.
Nick, I play
Absolutely
every
not.
day. I'm probably a better sim player than you. I'm not gonna lie. I play every day on sim. I play every day on sim. My handicap on sim, like I feel like it's a
But
completely different game.
okay. But first of all, here's the thing, because I'm still recovering from that comment. I can't wait to clip that and post it. Sim golf is like this. It's irrelevant.
Sim golf is
I
like
hate to
going
say
into
it.
an arcade and shooting on the basketball rim and
Yeah,
acting
and
like
then yeah,
and like
All
acting like
right,
exactly.
you're a
guys,
shooter.
we're
You know what I
disrespecting
mean?
it. We're disrespecting it now.
Let me
Situation.
tell. Oh, did he?
I think we just battered and
What the
bruised
hell?
him too. We brought him
Oh
on
no,
this guy. Guy wants to be an influencer but has no
Restart
Wi-Fi.
video.
hate to see it, dude.
That was
Grant
that
take
was funny though.
is
This whole
that.
podcast is worth it just for that clip. I just
I don't know
noticed
about that.
you're sideways.
Hey, you're sideways.
All he wants to do right now is defend himself. And he can't.
He can't stay on here. Let me ask you this, Jay. Like, and we're not talking sim, but sim aside, we're just talking golf. What do you think that you would shoot at Oakmont under these conditions? I want to know what
Yeah,
you think.
yeah. No, I think Rock is right. Like 150 is that's a crazy number, but it's really not. Like these guys are going to get obliterated this weekend, and they are disgusting. So I think like to write a 170 on a card might retire my golf game, but probably like a 170, like probably like a 170, which is honestly, I
I would
might just go pitching wedge, pitching wedge, pitching wedge, pitching wedge, and try to triple everything and be under like 170, something like that. I don't know. I play smart.
I think you could get to a green in 2 and still quadruple.
Okay, all right. See, but I think my putting and my like I can that would be once I get there. I think the tough part for me would be getting there.
The greens
Yeah,
are in like I was watching John Rahm putt
I
one
did see
foot
that one.
this way to make a putt, 20 feet the opposite way because it was roll up and then it would just trickle. Like you would have to be on
So you think the harder part would be on the greens than getting there on a
no,
on a 300-yard par three?
what I think is this: you're going to hit a bad drive. It's going to take you 20 minutes to find your ball because you're not going to be able to find it in the rough. You're going to get so frustrated that you're just going to start dropping, right? You're going to drop in rough and not move the ball. Like you're going to get 13 to 18 on a hole.
Oh
But
my
that's
God.
not saying I'm not just attacking you. That would happen to us too.
being completely honest, this is not clickbait. This is not like me just trying to like throw a jab at you because you're the homie. I don't think you would break 200. And I mean that, bro. And I'm telling you, I mean that like just 100%, just being dead honest, because I think that I would struggle to break like 110, 115.
I think my goal would be 110 or under.
Let me put it to you this way. Sonny's a scratch golfer who I've played with Sonny probably like 12, 13 times now. And I've only seen him shoot over 80 one time. And it was at Pinehurst number 10, and he shot at 81. Every other time that I play with him, he shoots like low 70s. and he shot a 90 at Oakmont.
Damn.
And
How bad would Sonny beat me at Chimera?
I'll say this: you versus Sonny at Chimera, I feel like would be a good match. I think he would still have the edge just because he doesn't make a lot of mistakes, and he's really good at putting. He's really good at putting, and he's really really good out of the sand. Like those two things about his game are just like the most shocking to me. Is like how I actually put him on to claw grip putting, and ever since then he's been like lights out.
But will he be prepared for the Chimera sand, which is like dirty?
Dude, we need to make it happen. We need to get him out there. He's just like he's very level headed. He doesn't like even when he does hit bad shots, which like his bad shots are not my bad shots.
I'd have to play really well. I'd have to play really well to make it a match for sure.
Yeah.
If I had I know if I had a couple like a hole or two where there was stroke play and I had a hole or two where I did my thing where I spray a drive or something, then I'm in trouble. But I want to do a me, you, and him little mini major thing.
Oh, I would love that. Yeah, we got to make that happen this summer.
And bring Jay since he's throwing 73s out there too.
200 on Sim. On Sim, I'm running with y'all.
Bro, we're not talking about Sims anymore, Tuck. We're talking about real life. We're talking about the actual thing.
Man, bring Sim.
What did Bob and them shoot? Do you know, Rock? What did Bob and them shoot at Oakmont?
I don't. I mean, we could go look on. I think they have a video, but I'm not 100% sure what they shot. But I know that Joe was definitely in the high one, like the teens and the hundreds.
I would quit before I got to 200.
I genuinely there's a real scenario where I think that you would just like pick up your ball and you just be like, okay, I think I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like, what are you gonna do on the 16th hole where it's a 300-yard par 3?
I have no clue. Well,
what'd you do on the Sim?
So for Sim,
he would hit mulligan and keep hitting it until it was in town.
First of all, I can't like that's why I get so mad with like group chat. Like I can't make it up. I could like. You have to play fully.
You realize there's settings though, like there's settings that like alter like difficulty and stuff.
Before, and we know that you can go into the computer and manipulate.
It's a tournament. It's a 5-iron tournament. They're not easy settings. Okay. Everybody has to be like it's a leaderboard. Everybody's in it for Phillies tickets. So it's not like, oh, everybody easy, but like you can win Phillies tickets. So you have to play a full 18, get your handicap, no mulligans. So I played 18, they gave me a 14. I was like, all right, extra stroke. Played well. 1, don't use my driver because I can hit my 3-wood like 210, 220 straight in the fairway on Sim. So I do that and then just make it a 3-shot hole. So I play like, and then outside I can't do that. But inside, it's a different game. 3-wood, 3-wood, wedge.
What do you think your handicap is right now? Not
outside. Outside is probably like a 20, like 2, 3.
No, it's not outside. It's just your handicap.
It's just like, what's your handicap? Yeah.
It's not outside. It's inside.
In the outer area,
I will say I've gotten significantly better since December. But I feel like I'm getting worse now that I play inside so much, and then I go outside and I can't. Like, it's just weird. So I got to stop playing inside too much. But
how much? All right, in a 1v1 match, you versus me at Riverwinds. How many strokes would you need? You think 22 would do it?
So what is 18? That? Is that like I felt again? Sim's different, but they gave me an appropriate amount of strokes in Sim. Every par 4 was probably like a par 5, and then a par 5 was probably like a par 6. So like, what did I get? Like 22. 22 was 50.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing that I don't feel like you understand sometimes about strokes is that like other people get strokes too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'm a 5.
Is he gone?
So that's what we were arguing about that because we did a major in Alabama.
Yeah.
And I'm the lowest handicap. I'm like a 4.8 and Chris is a 14. So he wanted 14 strokes, but wanted me to play at scratch. So I'm like, I'll play at scratch, but you're playing at 5 off of yours.
Yeah.
Like, so we were arguing about it forever. And then,
that's how it works.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm like, no. So if I'm 5 and I'm getting nothing and you're a 14, that means you're playing at a 9. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Which means for 9 holes, you're getting 4 strokes. Like, it's just how it is.
That's crazy.
4.5. Yeah. And then Gino ended up winning it. He beat us
Freaking
all.
Gino.
He beat us all with no strokes, bro.
Are you serious?
I swear to yes.
Bro, that's the thing about Gino that frustrates me is that I've seen plenty of videos where I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, and I love Gino to death, but I've seen plenty of videos where I'm like, oh yeah, I could beat this guy. And then
Yeah.
for some reason, the one time that I came out there and we played, the guy was just lights out.
Yeah, bro. So we gave Gino 7 strokes. We gave Chris, I think we gave Chris 4 or 5. And Gino brought, so there's this like, we played a bunch of the locals out there, and there's this guy named Heath who's like a +6 handicap. He's
Yeah.
phenomenal. So we were hanging out with him all week, and like, so we all said bye to him the night before because we did the major the same day we were leaving. And then he started showing up, and we're like, what are you doing here? He was there to caddy for Gino. Gino hired him to caddy for him. So like,
It's kind of baller.
this guy's telling Gino to like hit a hybrid over here and don't swing
That's kind of
hard.
smart.
It was very
Yeah.
smart. And then me and Chris are going at it because he was in a bad mood and trying to call me out. And just Gino's just dinking and dunking. He ended up shooting a 40 with 7 strokes. So he ended up shooting like
Damn.
33.
Damn. Don't let that guy get hot. I'll tell you, he can be clutch in the right
And he had
situation.
like a triple on one hole. He kept parring everything and tripled one hole and shot a 40. I shot like a 43. I had a shot where I completely missed the ball, chunked behind my wedge like 4 feet, and just completely missed the ball. Like I couldn't hit a golf ball that day. It was insane. It was same 9 holes the day before I shot 33 on.
Let's go. So like your best round ever, and then go out the next day and you're like,
Literally
all
my
right.
best round ever. I fought I fought my life away to get the 9 holes that I just did that on instead of the other 9 holes, and then parred the first hole and then just completely shit the bed. But there was some controversy. Nick played my ball in the middle of the fairway on a par 5 where I would have had 140 yards in, and he hit my ball and ended up eagling it, and I ended up having a drop. It was insane. Wait
When
till
did you realize?
Wait till the video. No, I realized right then and there we were arguing over it forever because I drew an R on my ball, but it was so wet that the circle of the R on top washed away and it was a V. And I was like, well, did you draw a V on your ball? And he's like, no. And I'm like, well, then that's not yours. That's mine. And you'll see that in the video. It was insane. I'm
Trying to get some extra yardage out there.
Yeah. And then he eagled it. And I got like a double because I had to drop in the woods.
That's dirty.
Yeah,
That's
all
dirty.
4 of them swore that they saw my ball drop in the woods, and I'm like, boys, yeah, you'll see. It was
That sucks.
the Alabama content though is by far. I think it's going to succeed the Pacific Coast Series. To be honest,
I want to get down there and play.
we
I
got
still want a rematch on our 1v1. I'm still pissed off about it.
this place, Dogwood, man. I think we should plan, like, if you want to get like a good way to start your YouTube channel would be for like we'll come out, you come out, Sunny. We try to get as many. There's 4 cabins that fit 16 people in each one, and we could shut that entire course down and film from 7 a.m. to as long as we want to every single night, and it would be like the content week dream place to do it. So like if we have some guys that are down to do that, and it's super cheap. The only negative about that place is the travel, because you got to fly into either Nashville, Atlanta, and then you got to do like a little 2-hour drive. But it's so worth it, bro.
Yeah.
So
all right, let me get your pick for the U.S. Open. It starts Thursday, so tomorrow.
I got
Tomorrow.
my must play, who I think is going to actually win, is Bryson. And like I asked earlier, I don't know if this is a sleeper pick, but I do like Morikawa as well. Bryson and Morikawa.
Gotta have good iron strikers this week for sure.
And you got to be able to hit fairways.
I would say if you're asking me who I think is going to win, just like honestly, and who I would put money on, it's obviously Scotty. But I feel like these days it's just like that's such a boring pick. But like it's a boring pick for a reason. So that's who I think is going to win. For the sake of being different, picking a sleeper. I'm either between Bryson or John Rahm.
Okay. I like John Rahm this week.
I see real opportunity here for Bryson to get back-to-back in U.S. Opens, and it always just feels like he's flirting with the top. So
What a guy, too.
yeah. Yeah. So, but because you picked Bryson, I'll take Rom as a sleeper. I also I just like have a bias towards Brooks,
Yeah.
Strixon guys,
I
got
mean,
to
he's
rep the home
due.
team.
He's due, bro.
Yeah, he is. So yeah, any of those guys I think I really like. Do you have a deep sleeper?
I mean, does this count? It's not necessarily a guy that's going to win, but I think that will have a lot of value is Rory to not make the cut.
Ooh, hot take.
Yeah.
Hot
That's what I like
take.
that. And then I could throw out a deep sleeper. I just don't know like what guys would be considered a deep sleep. Hovland, I like Hovland.
Yeah.
I also like Aberg or Auberg, or however you say it.
Oberg.
I don't know if those guys are they deep sleepers or
I don't think Oberg is ever considered a deep sleeper. Let's see what his odds are right now.
he's probably like around the plus 3,000.
22-1 says Scotty's the clear favorite. Shocker. Scotty to win is plus 275.
Yeah, it's very low. Very low. And then the next guy I think is Bryson, right? At 750. I'm pretty sure Bryson's at 750.
Except
And then who's next? Rory?
John Rahm.
Okay.
Let me see. I want to see where the guy that I'm thinking of.
Now that tells me that John Rahm's going to have a week because John Rahm hasn't done anything in the last since he left for Live. So for him to be that high up, he's going to have a week.
You want to know who I like as like a deep sleeper?
Talk to me.
Matt Fitzpatrick.
Whoa.
Just a gut feeling.
Are you going to sprinkle any cash on these picks?
Might. Who knows? Who's to say? Might sprinkle a little bit here and there. And just like every time I look at the list of names, Ben Griffin's another one. Guy's been balling lately.
Yeah.
Would not be surprised if he came out. Then there's names like, Justin Thomas, obviously could get hot. Patrick Cantlay is another guy that could get hot. Lynn, like the list of like Morikawa, Joaquin Niemann, Shane Lowry, Sepp Straka, like all those guys, like, yeah, you wouldn't be surprised if they were at the top of the leaderboard and they got hot. I will say that there's people that like I always see near the top that I'm just like, these guys never get it done.
Yeah.
Like for instance, Tommy Fleetwood. And I love Tommy Fleetwood. Tommy Fleetwood's like great guy, one of the nicest guys ever from what I hear. But like for him to be like top 10 in odds to win it is just like crazy to me.
But he's top 10 every week too.
I know.
And he never wins.
I know. That's what like if I had to put a parlay together for this weekend, it would be Scotty top 5, Bryson top 10, Spieth. I don't know. It would be Spieth and Mickelson to miss the cut, and it would be. I'm looking for a top 20. Morikawa top 20.
I like that.
I'm gonna see if I can parlay that.
That's a good parlay. Let me know if you can because I want to throw that in too.
Yeah. I mean, it's been eating people alive. I mean, it ate the creators up. Let me ask you this, the last question. Internet Invitational's coming up. We'll probably talk about that more.
Just about to ask you about it, too.
It's coming up soon. We'll talk about it more as it gets closer, but based on who you know that's going to be in it, do you have any early feelings on who you think is going to win?
Do we exclude the Bryan Bros?
Here's the thing. I think handicaps are playing into it.
Okay. So that changes things. First of all, I do want to say that this has the potential to be the biggest thing in YouTube golf, I think, with the two groups that are involved. I am very excited to not see the same group of, 12 guys that are in every other event. I'm excited to see more guys compete, and I love the fact that it's going to be, like, competitive, So, and just knowing now that it's going to be handicapped makes it even more exciting. But my pick right now, and do you know anything about the golf course they're playing?
Yeah.
Is it hard?
I mean, I don't think a lot of these guys typically play courses like it very often, meaning like the non-pros.
Yeah, like how is somebody like Joey Colcutt's going to play there? Because to me,
Joe is actually somebody who's on my list that like if we're incorporating handicaps, like I like Joe's odds.
That's where I'm going with this because like if Joe could put together, I don't know, 14 to 15 decent holes, he'll have a chance. You know what I mean? Because he's going to get he's probably going to come in at like a 14 to 16 handicap, and he should get 14 to 16 strokes. And if let's just say he comes in at like an 80, because he's very capable of shooting an 80. like he could come in at a 66 and win the thing. You know what I mean? Like I've seen him shoot 80 and have 7 birdies at Cascada. So it's like
Yeah.
I know he's capable of doing that. Will he do it? I don't know. But like I would look more towards the guys that have the capability of playing well, that have high handicaps, and I would put my money there because Joe's going to be a big underdog, and
Yeah.
he's going to have a bunch of strokes, and he's capable of playing well. So I know I'm going to sound like a homer, but like I don't know.
No, I mean, that's where I was leaning too. I
Yeah.
feel good about Joe. I would say that the two people at the top of my list right now is Joe and George Bryan.
Okay.
Just like the two people I feel like I have a good gut feeling about. I mean, yeah, I don't know, because then it's like if you're giving Trent Ryan 20 strokes,
Refuse to pick him.
I mean, yeah, I'm not picking him, but it's like
It's tough.
yeah, and we'll see. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there for now. I mean, we know other people that are playing, but I don't know if they've been announced yet, so I don't want to drop it. And then, so
I have one guy too that I think is ready to win something, and I'm pretty sure everybody's going to know that this person's in it. Garrett Clark. I think he's ready to go out and perform in one of these things. I think, and
I think that's kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I think most people are obviously assuming that he's in this. You know what I mean?
But like,
Yeah.
But correct me if I'm wrong, but like, grass league, any of these things that he's really competed in, he really hasn't done too well. I think he's due for a good performance in one of these events.
Yeah, and I don't know like what he's playing off right now. Like if he's scratch or whatever. This tournament, I feel like is where you're really going to see like sandbaggers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not to say like Garrett is one, but like you see people's handicap, and like obviously the internet always talks about like Riggs is a 4 handicap, and it's like people always talk about stuff like that, and so I feel like having a handicap format, this is going to be good because it's really going to show how people play on a course that they're probably not super familiar with. So I'm looking forward to it. We'll talk obviously more about it as more details come out on it.
Absolutely.
I'm still waiting to see if Rocky D'Antonio gets the nod for it. Would love to bet on him.
I hate to break it to you, buddy, but I don't think that call's coming.
Yeah.
I don't think that call's
one
coming.
day.
I'm gonna keep grinding.
Next year,
I do think that I would drag Riggs up. I would love that matchup. Because I'm one of those guys that doesn't believe that he's as good as he thinks he is.
Ooh, shots fired.
Shots are fired. I do like the guy. He's a cool guy, though.
Yeah. You think they need any skit guys for like promo stuff?
They might. We got to find out if we're allowed to go because that is my birthday week, and I would not hate going and hanging out at that venue for my birthday. So
that'd be lit. Yeah, we're more details obviously are gonna be coming soon on that. Let's hope that our money on cold cuts cashes. Would love to see him win.
Yeah, I just truly think like one of those guys that are going to get a bunch of handicap or a bunch of strokes that don't have that hole or two that just blow up is going to win it. Trent Ryan, even Bob. What's Bob going to get? 25? I just don't know if Bob has the potential to play that well. You know what I mean? Like, I know Joe does.
Yeah. I feel like Joe has more like heat check potential.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like Bob could play really well, shoot a 92 and come in, even par and lose.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough.
It depends on how many more strokes he gets than Joe.
Yeah.
I think would be the big thing. I'm excited for it either way, though. It's going to be a great tournament. It's going to be good for the game of golf.
For sure.
All right. So US Open this week, we got picks in. Just an absurd statement from Jay before he just cold turkey Irish goodbye us.
Yeah.
We really got to.
I'm pretty sure, quote me if I'm wrong, but he said he would wipe the floor with Grant.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got to clip that and get that out ASAP.
That was just,
We've been trying to get a hold of Grant for years, and that one clip from Jay is going to get his attention. Watch.
I mean, of any creator, you could say. He said, "Oh, with strokes, I'd wipe Grant." You realize?
I hope Grant starts a hater series just off this clip and brings Jay out to play him.
Let me just say this. I'll say this: Grant versus Jay in a match. I don't in any course. If they're playing from the same tee boxes, Grant would have to give Jay
50 strokes.
50. I was thinking 50 exactly. He would have to give Jay 50 strokes.
Yeah. And he would probably still beat him by 10.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Like I think that Jay would probably run out of golf balls before the round was over.
Yeah, I mean, even let's just say somewhere as easy as Chimera, Jay's going to shoot a 115 and Grant's going to shoot 66.
Dude, I don't even know if he could shoot a 115.
I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, but even if he shot 115, I think he loses with 50 strokes.
Oh yeah.
No, well, it'd be close. He'd have to shoot 115 to have a chance with 50 strokes.
Yeah, I think Grant could probably shoot like a 61, 62 at Chimera.
He would light it. He would light Chimera up. Yeah, he would be 8-9 under. I would guess at least.
To say with strokes, so this is where like him playing on the sim has just gotten to his head.
Yeah,
and he thinks that like sim golf is like actually a thing. Like that's the equivalent of like me being like nasty at Wii bowling and being like, oh bro, I will like wipe the floor with Melosi if we hit the lanes. Like, what are we talking about here?
The thing is though too is like I'm a firm believer that like playing in the sim I feel like makes me worse as a golfer.
Yeah, same.
I had to get rid of my thing because like I would go out there.
Yeah, I noticed that the other day. I was pretty bummed when I saw that.
Yeah, well, I got my chickens out there now.
Yeah.
But it's like I had to get rid of it because I would go back out to a course and like you don't realize that like you're hitting behind the ball or and then all of a sudden you get out on grass and it's like chunk and then you're trying to fix and you're thinning and it's like I just get this thing out of here.
The worst part too that I think Jay would really struggle with, and it's one of the reasons I want to do a 1v1 with him, is Jay mentally can crumble so easily. We played for like a little bit of money a few weeks ago and I gave him strokes and it was coming down to like the last 2 holes. And I just like said one thing that I knew would get him riled up. And then he got up to his ball to like tee off and he hit it and it literally like fell off of the tee. Went like,
oh no,
not even a foot. And I was like, hate to see it. Hate to see it. And I ended up beating him by like 2 strokes or whatever. But like,
Jay's a good sport. He came on to basically let us roast him. So we love him.
Yeah, he came on, connection here, there.
Gave us a clip, though. Gave us a clip.
He did. He gave us a clip. I tell him all the time, bro. I was like, if you got good at golf, you'd be great for golf content. His cold takes are still great for content.
He's got to get out of the sim and he'll have a chance.
Yeah. We'll have that on the YouTube channel ASAP once he gets out on the course. But all right, until next time, that's gonna do it for us. U.S. Open this weekend. Let's see which one of us has the better pick. Hopefully, I can parlay those picks. I'm gonna throw those up if I can parlay them. We'll see how many people want to do a squad tail.
I'm
see
in.
If we can.
Let me know because I'm in.
See if we can make some money.
I want to get in before tomorrow, so let me know.
Yeah, I'm going to check tonight. All right, y'all. Until next time, that's another episode of the Barely Made podcast. We will see you guys back here next week for the next episode. Till then, peace.